does the phrase levelling up mean to you? Well, the government is about to release details of the Prime Minister's favourite buzzwords. Our East Midlands reporter, Will Hollis, has been talking to people in Mansfield about their visions for the future.
Gone are the days when department stores ruled the high street. Their empty shelves decorate what's left of the country's shopping scene. In Mansfield, a Nottinghamshire town, the pandemic accelerated an overdue outcome for the 100,000 people who live here. The online revolution is just one part of a slow sickness from which lockdown struck the final blow.
I think there were a lot of internet's done that. A lot of eBay and that has closed all shops.
Yeah.
Because the people, they can't keep them running, can't afford the rent. So they're all closing, you see. That's what's doing it. It's all this internet shopping.
Mansfield's heart is its market. It's still beating, but the rhythm is slowing. And locals like Margaret remember better days.
I don't think there's much going on now. You can't buy everything on the market now, unfortunately. So it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not what a market was meant to be, is it? You know, there's not many stores. And I very rarely come on the market, to be honest.
Graham has worked in the town since the 1980s.
I've been on Mansfield Market on and off since 1988. I've had shares on a market stall. I've worked for traders and I feel their pain at times. Because if you can appreciate some of them, they're an and ahhing about coming to Mansfield ever again.
I know Mansfield's not the only place like this. There's a lot of them now where it's going downhill, really.
Mansfield bears the same symptoms as many other market towns across Britain. As industry disappeared last century, little opportunity replaced it.
What you've got is that legacy from that old mining industry that's fed through the generations. We are a low-skilled town that's got lower than most places average wages and lower academic achievement. So what we've got is that kind of generational passing on that Mansfield hasn't really moved on and shone from that old industrial past. It's all getting people back into the town centre because of the online shopping.
Now the council thinks that it has a remedy. Its Labour mayor is driving a 15-year vision to regenerate the town as a hub for education, living and shopping. But that means changing a few things.
There's every chance that we will repurpose some of the market maybe to an indoor venue as well. So what you're looking for is more niche, alternative, different market experience, but at the same time still supporting the old historic market traders. Well, what I want to do is really not forget the past, and so it's almost like from the earth you get a green, clean, healthy, vibrant Mansfield. So that means urban greening, making the town more attractive. Everyone knows that retail's been dying, the big iconic stores are gone.
7 out of 10 people here voted for Brexit, and as a constituency, Mansfield turned from red to blue for the first time in its history in 2017. It's one of the places the government says it wants to level up. That's a promise made after the last election, to reinvigorate red wall seats with slumping economies by boosting transport, skills and culture. This autumn, the government is expected to reveal the policy plans behind the slogan and the £4 billion budget. Mansfield's council already bagged £12 million from the Similar Towns Fund, and millions more, because of levelling up, could help it to achieve its regeneration aims.
We're looking at repurposing the civic centre hub into the town centre. It's going to be the main plank of our levelling up fund bid, but it's not just going to be front-facing council services, it'll be to do with employment, health, but we want to make it a day and night time economy.
The council hopes to hear from locals about the future of Mansfield.
I think it's a rundown town that at the moment doesn't really seem to be going anywhere, and it can't seem to make its mind up what it wants to be.
What would Mansfield need to make it a little bit better?
Personally, more things centred around the marketplace taking place, you know, like functions that are happening, VE Day celebrations, Halloween celebrations, Christmas events, and more eating outlets in town centres.
What would it need for Mansfield to get better, to get back to what you imagine Mansfield should be like?
I don't think it's ever going to get back, to be honest. The younger generation nowadays, there's nothing there for them.
Right now, levelling up is a phrase, and even with the funding, it will take years to see the result of those words. Will Hollis reporting for GB News from Mansfield in the East Midlands.